City family, friends, well-wishers, loved ones, welcome. It's Wednesday, it's noonday, and it's time for our appointment. How are you today? How are you on this Wednesday in March? Getting ready to end the first quarter of the year, the first quarter of 2022, and there is so much already happening. There's so much already happening in the world. There's so much already happening around us in our country here in Jamaica. I'm sure wherever you are in the world, there's so much already happening. So, it's only fitting that we come apart and support each other, talk to each other, love on each other, and remind ourselves of the truth of who we are. So it's good to see you. As usual, check in with me. You know I like when you talk back to me and check in with me. We're also, last week, Wednesday, we kicked off this spiritual season called Lent. And at that time, I invited each of you to find something that you could give your full attention, your whole attention to, as we eliminate negative thinking, the acronym for Lent, and embrace new thoughts. I hope you have been doing that. And if you haven't started, now is as good a time as any to start. So thank you so much again for joining us. I see you all coming in. I know some people are busy doing what they have to do. And so we are blessing them and loving them wherever they are, especially now during this period called Lent. Today, Wednesday, we're using as usual for our inspiration, our daily inspiration for better living, which is a signature publication out of our parent organization, which is the Universal Foundation for Better Living. And a copy of our daily inspiration is available in our bookstore. It's available in your church's bookstore. It's available at ufdl.org. Our writer for this month is our friend Shakira Taylor out of our sister church in Miami Gardens, Florida, called Universal Truth Center, headed by Reverend Charles Taylor. We are so grateful for her writings for this month, Shakira. We're loving you and blessing you wherever you are, and for the Spirit working in through and as you. And today we are talking about I am. Today we're talking about I am. That's the topic for today, I am. What I particularly love about this topic, I am, is that we use these two words so often, or we have reason to use these two words so often during the course of the day. You know, somebody asks you, you know, what's up? How you doing? And your response is usually, I am something, right? Or I feel something, or some version of the verb to be, right? I am whatever it is. And usually if something happens and we get happy or excited or thrown off or whatever it is, we say, I am this, I am that. And so we're talking about how the origin of those words, what those words really mean, how powerful they are, and how they help to determine what our life experiences are. Now, sometimes it sounds cliche, because you'd say, you know, every Wednesday you come and say the same thing, you know, really Conroy, blah, blah, and, you know, we talk about the I am, but really and truly, I encourage you to look at what it is that you are speaking, to look at it as what it is that you are identifying with. I've had reason over the last couple of weeks to kind of ask myself, you know, Conroy, where are you going to put your attention? What are you going to identify with? Are you going to identify with the truth of who you are? Or are you going to identify with the current facts of this situation? Because the facts change. Facts change on a daily basis. Facts change maybe every minute, sometimes every hour. And so I have to make sure, ensure that I am always not relying on the facts, but relying on the truth, or relying on the principle of everything. So, we're talking about the I am. Now, there's a song, even before we get into this beautiful writing by Shakira. There's a song by Jessie J that I heard a couple of years ago. I first heard it then. It was on Digital Rising Stars, which is one of the shows in Jamaica that I'm one of the judges on. And one of the contestants sang the song. And it blew me away. I love the song. I love the melody of the song. I love what the song was. But in recent times, as I prepared for this lesson, I started to listen to what the words of the song were saying. And the words of the song, the chorus says, don't lose who you are. It says, don't lose who you are in the storm, in the blur of the storm. It says, seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. And sometimes it's hard to follow your heart, but tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody bruises. Just be true to who you are. That's what Jessie J says. In other words, Jessie J invites us to stay true to our true identity. If you've never heard this song, you're going to hear it now, but you can also go and check it out on YouTube. It's a reminder to stand in the truth of who you are. But to first standing in the truth of who you are, you have to know who you are. So I'm going to ask you, who are you? I'm asking each of you, who are you? And I'm not asking about what your parents named you. I'm not asking about what you inherited from anybody, whether it be good, bad, indifferent, sickness, health, land, money, business. I'm asking, who do you identify with? What comes to you when you think of who am I? And you would say, I am so and so and so and so. And the interesting thing about identifying with what your name is and who your family is and your family history is that sometimes that comes with a whole heap of stuff. Because then they're going to tell me, okay, I am a Wilson, for example, and I'm from that lineage of Wilsons. And in some cases, it might be wonderful and healthy because we may have a rich heritage. But it may also come with all sorts of sicknesses. It may also come with all sorts of troubles and issues that we feel are passed on from generation to generation. And so, I'm not saying anyone should disown their families or disown their name or any other kind of stuff, but I'm saying we should be choosing to identify with a greater power than all that we can see here, and that is what today is about. So, let's hear Jessie J's song first.
I stare at my reflection in the mirror. Why am I doing this to myself? Losing my mind on a tiny error. I nearly left the real me on the shelf. No, 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 no. Don't lose who you are in the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart, but tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody's bruising. Just be true to who you are. Brushing my hair, do I look perfect? I forgot what to do to fit the mold, yeah. The more I try, the less it's working, yeah. Till everything inside me screams, no, 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 yeah. Don't lose who you are in the blur of the stars. show. Like, whoa, just go and leave me alone. Real talk, real life, good love, good nights with a smile. That's my heart. That's my home. Yeah. No, 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 yeah. Don't lose who you are in the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart, but tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody's bruising. Just be true to who you are. Oh, be true to who you are. Just be true to who you are.
Wow, be true to who you are. Jessie J, thank you for the inspiration of that song. And today we're going to talk about who you are and about who I am. Shakira says, I am is a complete sentence. Every moment in time, the source of all good is asking, who do you say or think you are? Whatever you say you are that. Life responds by confirming you in the identity of who you say you are. Identify and eliminate misconceptions and lies regarding your identity to experience change. Let me say it again. Identify and eliminate misconceptions and lies regarding your identity to experience change. God is as instant as you are. We have been taught to say, to declare, I am sick, I am not well, I am unhappy, I am broke. And some of us, sometimes you catch yourself, sometimes you have to catch yourself repeating those things. I am not feeling well. But if I am is a complete sentence, and I am, whatever comes with the I am, because the I am is your spiritual nature, is your true identity. It is the Christ of your being. It is your God self. It is that part of you that's made in the image and likeness of God. That's real of you. That's the I am. And the outer man, that's the inner man. The outer man is the physical manifestation of whatever it is. So whatever you attach to that I am is the manifestation of what demonstrates. So when you say I am sick, you are setting up this series of events by identifying with sickness. Right? So you have to be careful. How then, Conroy, you ask me, how do I express when my body temple is not showing up how I want it to show up? Then you say just as that. This, I may be experiencing this thing in my body temple, but I am not sick, because I am is the truth of me. I am is the real of me. I am is the Christ of me. The Christ of me cannot be sick. The Christ of me cannot be broke. The Christ of me cannot be poor. The Christ of me cannot be hurt. The Christ of me cannot be harmed. And so we have to be conscious of what we are saying, I am whatever. And we have to catch ourselves and don't repeat that. Because the I am is a complete sentence and it's our spiritual nature, when you boldly declare these things, I am whatever, that which you speak returns to you. Returns to you in a powerful way. The writer says, I am is a self-identification process that moves as fast or as slow as you practice the scripture from Romans 12 verse 2. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So as quickly as you say it, your words have power. As quickly as you start to declare, I am whatever you are declaring, then you are setting up a boomerang effect in your life, world, and affairs. Now, does it mean that I say it right now, Conroy, and it shows up a next minute after? It might. But it also means that you're planting a seed of the experience that you wish to have that is going to show up at some point in time. So you'll be going along fine and life will be operating for you just nice, and then bops, you'd say, out of a sudden, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this thing happens. Out of nowhere, this accident happens. Out of nowhere, this headache comes. Out of nowhere, this money gets lost, stolen, used, spent, whatever. But you're not thinking back to the times before when you were declaring, I am whatever you are declaring. That is why you have to keep your eye singular. You have to keep your attention focused. You have to keep reaffirming who you are, and that is what this period of Lent is. The period of let's eliminate negative thinking, let's embrace new thought. And here in our ministry in Kingston, we have been using A Closer Walk with Jesus, which is a UFBL publication. And we're at week 2. We're at week 2 of the lesson series, Into a Closer Walk. And the beginning of week 2 is a journey to yourself.